Hey guys, so remember a few weeks ago we talked about how relationships help to shape our character. And through my experience in relationships, and I'm gonna be transparent with y'all, I realized I had a savior complex. Y'all, I genuinely believe that if I loved someone enough, if I was understanding and patient, and if I sacrificed enough, that somehow I could fix what was broken or what I believe was broken in them. But I had to learn the hard way. We cannot fix people. Ultimate change has to come from within. So now I know better. And from a Christian perspective, I believe that it is God that ultimately does the hard work that leads to transformation. Okay? So I've titled this one, You Can't Fix Them: Deliverance from Savior Complex. I am Anastasia, a licensed counselor and Christian counselor, and this is Soul and Sanity Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. So, what is a savior complex? So, a savior complex is the unhealthy need to rescue, fix, and save other people. Now, the key word in that is unhealthy. Okay, unhealthy, because there is nothing wrong with wanting to help other people, but it becomes a problem when you saving them becomes attached to your identity, your worth, and the entire relationship is dependent on whether or not you can change them. Okay? And I get it. I have been in helping professions all my life. I did hair, then I was a teacher, then now I'm a counselor. So there is a certain satisfaction that comes from having a positive impact in other people's lives. But there is a big difference between having a savior complex and serving other people. Okay. And I think Jesus did a wonderful job of showing us the difference between the two. Okay. So Jesus served people, but he made sure to not forget himself and his mission. He did not put people before his mission. And he was also the savior, right? So, but I think he did a wonderful job of showing us the difference between the two. So let's look at what Jesus did. So, what did Jesus say in the Bible about serving? Okay, so in Mark 10 and 45, Jesus says, "For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many." Jesus is saying, if me being the Son of Man, if me being Jesus, if I can serve, then the expectation is for you as my followers to do the same. Okay. Then in Mark 9 and 35, he says, if anyone wants to be first, he must be last of all and servant of all. So serving is biblical. Okay. And so what does that look like? What does serving look like? So we don't confuse it with a savior complex. One, respecting other people's autonomy, being okay with the decisions that other people make. They will not always do it the way that you want them to do it, and that is okay. Okay? You won't agree with everything they do. Knowing how to support people without taking over. And that is hard for me because I think I be thinking I'm right all the time. So if you have that problem like I do, like you think you know everything, then yeah, it is hard for you to allow people to do it their way. Okay? Serving looks like respecting or making sure you protect your own boundaries. Okay? Because sometimes you have to say no, especially if you have created a habit around taking over. You have to learn how to now set boundaries and teach people that, hey, the me that I used to be that would just do this for you, I'm no longer her, or no, I'm no longer him. Okay? So I'm going to need you to go figure it out. And ultimately, we have to realize that someone else's healing is, at the end of the day, is their responsibility. Okay? So, healthy helping may sound like, I will support you while you take care of your business, or I'm going to support you with whatever you need. Okay, but I'm not taking over. It is not, I'm going to do this for you. Okay? Now, on the other hand, what does a savior complex sounds like? It sounds like feeling like you are responsible for other people's problems. Being drawn to people who always need rescuing. You always need something. And that's what you're drawn to. People who need rescuing. Are only feeling love when somebody needs you, and feeling guilty when you can't help them. Ignoring your needs for the needs of others. And staying in toxic, unhealthy relationships longer than you should, because you believe that it is your love that is ultimately going to change them. Okay? And Moses is a great example of this in the Bible. Y'all remember when Moses believed that it was going to be him that can judge millions of Israelites? And Jethro had to tell him, Jethro, his father-in-law, had to tell him, Moses, you cannot do this alone. You and these people are going to run yourselves raggedly. I am paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what he told him. You cannot do this by yourself. It's going to wear you out. You need help. And you need help. Okay? You cannot change someone. You cannot fix them. They have to carry the weight of change. And if you're trying to do it without them taking ownership of their healing and their want to change, then it's going to be impossible. First, they have to want help. They have to want to change. Okay? What would lead someone to develop savior complex? Okay? Why would someone sacrifice themselves emotionally, mentally, and physically in order to save someone else? This can develop from many different areas, or for many different reasons. Okay? For some people, they're just naturally empathetic. When someone is in need, they jump in action. And for some, they grew up in a household where love was conditional. They had to earn it, okay? And for some, it's pride, self-gratification, or a constant need for validation, okay? Or others might just suffer from low self-esteem, all right? But Jesus said in his word that don't be mistaken. Outside of him, there is no other savior. Okay? So our job is not to save, it is to serve. The hardest part is letting go. We have to learn how to surrender people unto God. It is not easy to go from a savior complex to more of a supportive role. But it's something that takes time. You have to learn how to surrender. And it is especially hard to do when you've invested so much of your time and your energy into someone. You're still holding out hope because you're optimistic that they're going to change. And nothing is wrong with being optimistic. It's a beautiful thing. But the reality is, not everybody is going to change. And the most loving thing that you can do is not force transformation, because we cannot make people better. We can create an environment where growth is possible, but they still have to choose change. Before I go, let me free you. It is not selfish to choose yourself. The truth is, God can do far more in people's lives than you ever could. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is let go and allow God to do the work. People move when they want to, not when you want them to. Okay? So if you've ever carried someone's burdens when you wasn't supposed to, stayed longer than you should, or believed that it was your job to fix people, let me tell you, God did not create you to be a savior. Jesus already got that job. He's the one. He's the chosen one. Okay? Your job is to love well, serve faithfully, maintain your boundaries, and trust God with the outcome. Trust God with the outcome, because you can't fix them. Okay? So that's all I have for y'all for this session. So if this session stirred up anything in you, it may stir up something in someone else. So go ahead and like my video, share it with a friend, and comment below. I love to hear from y'all. I love when y'all comment on my video. So I thank y'all, okay? I am a growing channel, slowly growing, but I'm growing. So I thank God. I thank God. So I pray that God continues to cover and keep you. And until next time, bye-bye.